Hi, my name is Carl and welcome to this section. So now we're going to go through a little bit of a tour of the iServer tool. So on screen again you'll see a few of the points that we're going to go through: library, folders, views, and sticking stuff into your sort of favorites. I'll pull out a few other interesting bits that we're going to get to later on in the course, and then I'll show you the format of the iServer import. So when we do our cleanup in Power Query, we're aiming for it to look like this. So just to keep that as a key point. So why do we like iServer? Ease of use, usability. Okay, great usability and easy integration and easy import and great views. Comes with lots of templates, comes with a meta model, can handle many different frameworks. So the APQC, TOGAF, it can integrate with a CMDB, ServiceNow, all sorts of good stuff lives inside iServer. And it's quite easy to maneuver your way around and then track. It even has a workflow. So if you're running an enterprise architecture team and you need to have a approval process, it's all in there. So it's a good tool, right? Now let me show you. I'm not biased. I use many different tools, but I do like the usability of this tool. So let me show you quickly, so we don't want to drag these demos on, what iServer looks like. So when you start iServer, you're confronted with that screen. Explorer, workflow, reporting, import, export, and access to your repository. Okay, to get into iServer, and behind iServer is an SQL database. To get into iServer, you go two ways: using your folder tab or using a new views tab. Okay, I've done this before. I've got folders, so I'll just use an existing folder. And hey presto, on the left-hand side here, you have iServer, the system repository. Now out of the box, now this is the good bit. This is what you pay the money for. Out of the box comes, see these little things that look like stacks. These things, these are called libraries. Okay, and underneath each of those libraries are folders. Okay, and you'll notice that straight out of the box, they give you, if you purchase the TOGAF or the Archimate notation, and you can do the APQC notation, BPM modeling. It even goes out to governance, risk and compliance, and portfolio management, you name it. I could draw a picture and teach you all about that stuff. That's fun stuff, but we're just here to do the procedure at the moment. So here's the notation it sort of comes out of the box with. Now the beauty of this stuff is, what I'll do is I'll show you, when you right click these little bad boys, haha, straight out of the box comes Visio templates. The Visio templates are the templates that come straight out of the Archimate spec or the TOGAF spec. Now we're going to talk a little bit later about a meta model. Don't worry about that too much. All you need to know is baked in, it has a way to tag all of the information that you have in your environment. Remember, data, information, knowledge, wisdom. Knowledge is when you understand how all of the information, the objects and things hang together, right? So when can you say you're actually knowledgeable about something? When you know how it works. I usually use an illustration at this point where we talk about a mechanic. You go to a mechanic and your car's making a noise and you say, I don't know what's wrong with it. And then he goes over to it, puts his ear on it and grabs the screwdriver and puts and goes, oh, okay, well, I know that the air's going through the engine and it's going past that and that one's making a tapping noise, so it's probably that thing over there. He knows how all the components hang together. That's when you can say you're knowledgeable about something. And then he has applied knowledge, which is wisdom. So that's what we're trying to aim for, in your enterprise architecture. Straight out of the box comes these diagrams. Excellent. That's what you're paying for. And also, as we go a little bit further, let me find it again. Sorry. Technology architecture. Oh, sorry. Apologize. I'm going through that silly library. Let's look at the references, right, or our resource center. Right, we're going to enterprise architecture. There you go, our resource center. Hey presto, again, the meta models. Okay, so there's an overriding meta model, and we know what metadata is. Data about data. Okay, straight out of the box comes all of the tagging for, say you wanted a technology layer viewpoint. Let's preview that. There you go. Hey presto, away you go. That's awesome. Now, here is a case study also. EA case studies, Archissurance shows you what diagrams they're putting where underneath each phase of the architecture development method. Even better. Okay, so as far as a tool goes, libraries, you saw the documentation. Let me see if I've covered off what I wanted to cover off. Folders, views, we'll go a bit more into those views a little bit later. And then just want to show you the iServer import folder file. And there you have it. Objects and relations. Too easy. So if you picked up one of my other courses on Archi, the tool, which is an Archimate tool, this one expands itself past Archi in that it can collaborate with many others. Repositories, and it can collaborate with many other users, and it can do many pieces of notation. But the import is pretty simple and easy, user-friendly. I'll show you how to get it into that format. So, thank you for coming along this far. There's a brief overview of iServer, and then we'll go further into our agenda. So I hope to see you in the next section.